Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
In this one, we'll be looking at how we can connect our Remix project with the Supabase database that we created in our first lecture. So this is the table that we created and we inserted some dummy records. The name of the table is set to messages. So what we are trying to do is connect this table to our Remix project so that we can retrieve this information and display it in our project. To do that, the first thing is to install this npm Supabase package that you can do by writing the command npm i@supabase/supabase-js. Once you do that, your npm package will be installed. Like in my case, it's already installed. As can be seen in the node modules directory. Now, once this is done, the next thing that we need to do is create an environment file. So here you can see I've created this .env file. Over here, we have defined two variables. One is the Supabase URL, and then the other one is the Supabase NN key. If you notice, this information can be retrieved from your Supabase API settings. So here, under project settings, you need to go inside the data API, and then the first thing that you see over here under API settings is the project URL. That is the URL that we are calling as Supabase URL. And then just below it, you have the project API keys. And here it's called as NN public, and that's why we call it as Supabase NN key. And you just need to click on copy to get your key copied. And after that, we can just specify these values as I have done over here in my file Supabase URL and Supabase NN key. Once this is done, the next thing is to create a directory. Do note that the location of this environment file is in the root directory. So once that's done, you create a directory called util, like I've done over here. Inside that, I've created a file called supabase.ts. Now this is going to make use of the package that we installed, and using that package, it's going to establish a connection between our project and the Supabase database. So let's click on this, and here you can see that we're making use of the create client method from the Supabase.js library, and this is going to take two things. That's Supabase URL and Supabase NN key. If you'll notice, we have this exclamation mark just after these variable names. What it is trying to do is it's telling the Remix project that these variables will always have a value, and if they are not having the values, then Remix can throw an error. So this is telling that no matter what, you'll get the values for these variables. That's what we are trying to do when we provide this exclamation mark. Now we have set our Supabase.js file now. Let's close this. The next step is to go inside the app directory, and inside the app directory, we have to go inside the routes. And then if you open up this _index.tsx, here we are doing a couple of things. First, we are making use of the use loaded data from Remix run React, and then we're calling the Supabase file. So this we just created inside the utils directory. After this, we have created this loader method. Well, this loader method is basically connecting the Remix project to the Supabase database that we created, and we are trying to retrieve content from the messages table or rows from the messages table. So you can see that we are trying to specify the select operation over here. So we need to get this data. Once that data is there, we can just go ahead inside our code, and here we're just printing it using json.stringify. One thing to note over here is that when you create your loader method, like over here we have done that, it's not going to return any results until you set the row level security policy. So to do that, in your table, you'll find this. In your table, you can enable row level security like this. So under authentication, you need to go to policies, and under policies, you can create your own, like I've created mine over here, allow users to read messages. If I click on this one, you'll be able to see what exactly I have done. So the policy name is set to allow users to read messages. The table on which this policy applies is public.messages. And then over here, you can see that the policy command was set to select. And here I have just specified true, which means it's going to allow retrieval of all the rows from the public.messages table. And just clicking on save policy will bring this into effect. After that only, you'll be able to query the messages table and retrieve the records. So we have done everything that we were required to. Now let's go ahead and launch this application using npm run dev and press enter. Let's open it up in browser, and there you go. Here you can see that this record is coming from the messages table. So this is my first message and this is my second message. If you see over here, it just prints that this is my first message and this is my second message.
If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.